Hey guys, here we are back in the metallurgy world. And I've done tons of mining, and the only new ores I found was infuscalium and silver. Infuscolium is what's referred to as a catalyst ore, like tin. It doesn't make armor itself, but you use it to make advanced fantasy bars. And I found silver, which is kind of like a counterpart to gold. So now the first thing I want to do is where did it go? Okay, I made 8 copper bars, so that means I can break down this furnace and turn it into a copper furnace. There we go, and I'll have to throw that back down for now. And now I'm going to take copper and tin. And let's see here, do you get 1 for 2? Okay. So I'm going to need 16, 3 and 16. So that way I can upgrade these to bronze. And in the meantime, we'll make an abstractor. So we need a furnace, which will be no problem at all. And we need Promethean ingots, which will be a problem because I did not pre-craft them like a smart person would. Because I've spent so much time crushing things in the crusher, I didn't even think about it. So I'm going to let all of this bronze smelt, and then we will smelt promethium, and we will do some more crafting. Alright, we have 8 bronze bars, so I'll go ahead and upgrade this copper furnace before we continue to a bronze furnace. Like so. So now put the coal back in, and it should smelt this promethium even faster. Yep, look at that go. Crazy fast stuff. Now we'll just wait for the promethium to smelt, and then we can get an abstractor going. Okay, we have our promethium, and we have pre-made a furnace, just like any good cooking show. We already have something baking in the oven. And there's our abstractor. And the way an abstractor works is you put a bar into it and you power it with something like promethium dust, and it turns it to experience. However, I do believe we have enough deep iron to upgrade it already. However, just for the sake of demonstration, let's try to throw it down as it is and throw in a tin bar and see what the heck happens. So throw in a tin bar and throw in a promethium dust, and it is abstractimifying, I guess. I really like the GUI for this machine. It's pretty cool. I wonder, can you get multiple bars out of one promethium dust? I suppose you can. Looks like you can get quite a few, actually. So I got some experience. It looks like it was really hardly anything. It says you can put any bar in there, so I don't know if it gives you more or less dust, or more or less experience based on what type of bar you put in there. But who knows? Okay, let's see whether or not we get a little more experience from this iron bar. I guess the really annoying thing about this is to get your experience, you have to kind of sit here to collect it. So we'll just throw in the deep iron dust while this is, we'll see if we get any extra experience from iron versus tin. Doesn't really appear. Oh well. Okay, so let's break this old guy down and upgrade him to bronze. There we go. We have a bronze crusher. And what is the next level of these guys? Bronze. Iron, we can definitely do iron. We have plenty of that. Where is that? Iron dust. There we are. So, I shall throw him back down for now, and now we have a bronze crusher. Oh, that's going to smelt shortly. Go ahead and break our other abstractor down so we can upgrade it. And I will wait for these to finish smelting, and I'll get some iron going. Alright, so let's upgrade our extractor with deep iron. And we get a deep iron abstractor, which means that we get more experience per item. Let's see here, abstractor. After deep iron is black steel, and you make black steel with infusium and deep iron. Let's see here how much of that. Okay, so I don't have enough of this stuff to make black iron, or whatever the heck that was called. What was it called? Black steel yet. However, what we can make is some normal steel, which is steel. How do we make steel? It's magnesium and iron. So I have some magnesium and I have some iron. Voila. Now, since we have 8 pieces of this, we're faced with a dilemma. We can either upgrade one of these machines, or we could get a pickaxe of a iron pickaxe, and an iron pickaxe is basically the equivalent of a steel pickaxe is the equivalent of iron, or not iron, of diamond, and that would allow us to get obsidian and travel to the nether, and then we can get into all of the nether ores that are there. So I think that I will do that. Let's see whether I have, yep, I have enough sticks in this chest for that. So, oh, I have to turn this into steel first. Whoops. Let's see, let's turn this into steel, and in the middle to run. Eventually we'll get to the point, I think with a steel furnace only takes 6 coal to melt a whole stack of stone, whereas a normal furnace takes 8 coal to smelt a stack of something. So we have that. And that abstractor is kind of interesting. I'll be, as we upgrade it, I'll be interested to see if it's really worth having around, because the abstractor is the mainstay of the fantasy ores, and really, if the abstractor isn't worthwhile, then I don't see the point of having the fantasy ores in this game. So whether or not I like the fantasy ore part of this mod is going to be a big decision. When I come to the end of this series, I'll be making an overall decision on the different parts of this mod and say yay or nay as to whether I think the utility, the base, the core, and all that stuff is good to have around or not. So, kind of looking forward to that. So far, for the in general, I've really enjoyed this mod. It's been pretty good. However, I don't know. These fantasy ores may prove to be kind of useless if this abstractor doesn't really have much worth to it. But we haven't gotten into the chest part of the mod either, which will be another big deciding factor. Wait, how much, if I have 8 of that, yes, another time, I'm going to get 3 more steel to the highest level possible, So we have a steel crusher. So our crusher is now at the highest level. Sadly, I've crushed all of my ore. However, where's my... Oh, I need to wait for this other steel. We can go mine some of this other stuff that we found. Iron dust, smelt that. Now that we have a diamond level pick, we can see if we can mine some of the stuff we weren't able to mine previously. No, still not able. Wait. Is there only one of these? I don't want to... Because it appears... Yeah, it appears like I'm not going to get it back. Huh. That's a shame. I think that's a fantasy ore by the way it's sparkling. Let's pop down here into this mine shaft. I used some creeper dust that I got from killing creepers to make a piece of TNT to make a little X-ray machine. And I found a ravine down here, which is where I got most of the ores you guys saw. And there were some other things down in this ravine I wasn't able to mine previously. So let's see if we can mine those now, like this. No, it doesn't look like I'm able to mine that yet. Weird. Weird. So let me go check the breaking chart on the forum page for this mod and see what level pick I do need for that stuff. Well, I'm back, and I just realized I was using my iron pickaxe instead of my steel pickaxe, and I was actually able to mine this astral silver. And I believe that's a fantasy thing. Let's check. Set item. Yep, it appears it is. So I can use this to make astral silver, which can make lots of different tools. Let me go check the forum page really quickly for astral silver. And astral silver is even better than diamond. But it doesn't appear... Yeah, okay. So it's not used for abstractors or anything. However, it is part of the fantasy pack of ores, and it's stronger than diamond, and it has certain blocks that it can mine that steel and diamond cannot, which is very advantageous. And plus, it's nice to have steel, because I've only found one diamond so far, which is kind of the downside of having more ores, is the original ores spawn less often. But the fact that the original ores spawn less often isn't really hurting me, because I just have so many other ores to work with. It's not like I'm trapped to iron or anything. And having just, some random diversity so far has been pretty good. Now that I actually have the steel one out, let's see whether or not this can be mined. No. Let me check the page. I have a feeling that that must be adamantine, because adamantine cannot be broke with this type of pick. But that's okay. It does look like there's another ore on that mountainside over there. I think that's silver, which would be funny because I hadn't discovered it until I was down in the mines. Let's see whether or not we can find out. Oh no, that's saltpeter. Okay. Pretty cool stuff. I think that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to have to go on another mining excursion to continue building up my stockpiles of ores, because right now, what is zinc combined with to make again? Zinc makes brass, And brass makes brass chests. Okay. I'll buy that. Also, yeah. So that's cool. Zinc is just used for brass. Okay, guys, it looks like that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to go ahead and go back to doing some mining, and I'll see you next time. Toodles!